Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. First down, Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it. And he fends him off. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 23 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at
you. To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. Now he steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Bridgewater now. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Bridgewater to Sutton, first down Denver. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his fourth season now from Oklahoma.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he bowls over him. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
They'll run on 1st down. Felton, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. That one caught by Felton. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. We're scoreless after 1. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A solid instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Bridgewater to Fant. First down Broncos.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Second down and 5. Now Chubb running right, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Mayfield now. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Mayfield on first down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Shedding the tackle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater looking middle, and it's incomplete. Courtland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 4.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. Then later, they'll let
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In on the stop there, Alexander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year. On second down, Felton again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down at 4. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On second down now, Felton. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Bridgewater on first down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
After the sack on 1st down, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, Bridgewater. Going right back to Fant. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A give running right is Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On the carry, it's Chubb, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Johnson pushing through the contact. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The 71 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb running right through it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And they work this out past the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
Bridgewater finding Jeudy there for the Bronco first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Anthony Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now a throw here, hauled in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's caught over the middle by Fant. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's got to lean on that guy right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield. He's got Landry, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Mayfield. That one caught by Felton. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Mayfield to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Gordon on first down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Browns drive about to get started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.